Welcome to Accounts Playable, where we take stock of our latest episode. This is an after show, not a before show.
No, if you come here first, god damn it.
So if you haven't watched the episode, go do that first, honey bunch, and then come on back.
Fuck guys.
I was deeper in the cup than I thought. So,
More than halfway in the cup.
Yeah.
we started out with lumps.
We did.
We hung out with fish people.
Yeah.
We got fucked up on slimekadelics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, honestly though, like IRL.
And
Yeah.
we visited the beach that make you cry.
Mm-hmm.
Is this hell? Like, for real?
It felt therapeutic to me more than anything. Like it felt like a good cry.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's just, like, it didn't occur to me until this last one, because each of the shifts is so surreal and strange. This was the first time he'd sort of like directly implied that we're going like straight down through each of these different like
And it's
subterranean
kind of all leaking.
layers.
Yeah.
Right,
Kinda-
very Nostromo.
If you've ever just had a really bad landlord, you
Yes.
see, there's a rotting floor situation. You just at some point look down.
No, but really, honestly, ultimately, we're talking about the ultimate landlord, Asmodeus,
It's true, the devil himself.
the actual Lord of Hell.
Greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
Right, exactly. I'm saying that, like, what? This impossibility thing that they've set up here in terms of as it's beginning to accrue, and I know we found out, like, in the second or third episode that there was some angle on Asmodeus, this impossibility, if we can sequester or contain it, or at least prune out the rest of this stuff, because some of it's really bad and weird.
And then allow that one to happen.
If we can curate reality to such an extent that we can allow that, then I will never have to have any consequences for my actions.
Wouldn't that be
And
true?
that's really the goal now.
That's really the Omen drawn, guaranteed. No consequences,
Yeah, just right.
just right.
Right.
It's an
Land
infernal
Outback.
it's an infernal steakhouse.
There's a bloomin' onion involved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But in what context? To what
exactly.
end? So yeah, Jim performed for the Goo. Make Lake laugh, laugh make you cry. That's all I wrote. There was a question, I think, but I
laugh, Lake.
forgot what it was. Live, laugh, Lake. Thank
Or Lake
you.
Laugh Love.
Lake Lack, love, wine. I'm a wine
Wine.
mom.
I'm a wine mom. It's great. Really quick, everybody take a turn. I'm a wine mom.
I'm a wine mom.
I'm also a wine mom.
We just had that. I needed to have that moment.
I respect it.
So yeah, we have
Cues.
we have thoughts, we have feelings, we have sadness.
Right.
Everyone kind of went through it.
If you will. I mean, I went through theirs. I definitely felt theirs, but I didn't have to see my own.
You didn't have to see your own.
That is I'm so curious.
He's hanging on to it.
Other than your own. Other than your own, or the one closest to you, whose story hurt you the most?
Man.
Or was it too deep?
Evelyn's story was really powerful. When she went
was
over
beautiful
it was
to
like,
see.
Why? Ooh, I'm getting the chills again.
No, again, I had chills on my legs.
Yeah.
I had leg chills.
Leg chills.
And that wasn't from the AC.
Like Chillis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, like I could see it.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I was
100%.
in the goddamn
Yeah.
grove. It was insane.
Yeah. Omen's definitely made me cry. Kid stuff, family stuff.
it was cool kid stuff. And of
Yeah.
course, they named their son Foreboding.
Foreboding.
Let's talk about the gay treachery, as we say. It's
Oh.
exactly what you were getting
No,
at.
it was
the gay
there.
treachery.
It happened. It was called out by none other than Certainty Drawn. So,
Absolutely. So tell us about the world that Omen dreamed. Were liberties taken by J-Craw, or did that mesh with your own vision?
Omen Dream.
Omen dream.
Dream.
No, basically, that's actually not that crazy. But the truth is that part and parcel of the same Kickstarter that is providing not only the program that we are filming and that, hopefully you enjoyed to some extent, and also Accounts Playable, a real show that you can watch.
Yes.
There is a novella that is part of the same project. And it's part of the project as a direct result of people really, really wanting it to happen right at the end of the campaign.
Now, did you share resources with our dungeon master?
Absolutely not. But I'm just saying that if you enjoyed that turn on the stage, I offered at the very end, just because I was so moved it was like $130,000 like in a couple days at the very end to get the novel. So I did offer a smut remix of the novel that is mega gay. And so
It's odd that you both came to the same conclusion.
Yeah. So I'm saying that if you liked that thing, arguably one of the two books that I'm putting together, it's basically it's the same story, but it's with a different romantic.
It's an excellent
Angle.
answer you've offered, but it's not mine. The one I wished. Oh, not what I asked.
That's not what we were talking
What
about.
I asked for was, is this canon? Does this match your vision?
Oh, well, no, it's different because this Omen and this Jim have obviously they have the opportunity to love each other.
Yeah.
But Omen's pretty invested.
There is one Jim.
Yes, exactly. He's pretty invested in Evelyn.
Truly?
I hope that doesn't ruin
No, this is very interesting because what I was going to I'll jump to the next one, which is Drawn Magic confirmed. Is there even a chance for Omelin? What are we talking here?
Omelin? Evil Omen? That sounds
That's a
weird.
little odd.
That sounds weird.
That's a little odd.
It's too much. No, all I'm saying is that as far as I'm from the same internet that everyone else is attached to. I'm familiar with certain archives and the extent to which they are universally owned.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you're welcome to pick and choose from the universes that we put in front of you. But I'm saying I'm going to be providing you tawdry, illicit content.
If you want to draw some like Jim mushroom shit too, that's fine. Go for it.
Yeah.
I'm down.
So here's what I'll jump to as well. Mike, we've heard Jerry's perspective on this ship for a while, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's mostly positive. Are you down with the Drawn Magic, or is this just a case of clicking on your own hats?
No, I'm down with the Drawn Magic. I think that
It was a great scene. I mean, you can see how it would look.
Yeah, and I
right?
think that Jim would probably. I think there is a Jim that would be down for that.
I see.
Because
It makes sense.
Jim really doesn't care, like if it's a mushroom, if it's a person.
As we know,
Yeah.
like if we look at the career, if we look at his erotic career, he's an omnivore.
He likes to charm everybody.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Absolutely, it's all a show. Now, it was said canonically and for Tumblr posterity that they both cook. Who is better trained and whose food is better received by their children?
Oh.
Bonus question, signature dishes.
That is actually a legitimately great question.
I think Jim probably makes Jim's magic meatballs. For the kids, it's spaghetti and meatballs, and that's his thing.
Zero magic involved?
Zero magic involved.
with breadstick wands.
Little breadstick ones, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, obviously, I'm going to specialize in breakfasts. We're going to go for the omelet.
That's good.
But this is actually something that we should work out and obviously lean in.
Of course.
Because we both have the dad stuff and we
Yeah.
both have specialties.
Yeah.
Who do you think lets these kids have what they want more often? Like who?
Probably Jim.
It's probably Jim, right?
yeah.
Not the rules daddy.
Not the rules, Daddy, no.
Okay, very good. Very good. This is very
I think that's
important.
probably correct, actually.
In my house, we had one parent who was the everything parent. We had the other parent who was the ham and scallop potatoes parent, but that was only after a long stint as the daddy stir fry parent.
Oh man,
Wherein,
see,
meat
dad,
would be-
dad has it figured out.
Yeah.
Meat would be cooked into a horrible sort of rubber-like texture.
Is it rubber? Is it shrapnel?
It's kind of both, and it would be covered in pepper. And then at some point, we begged him, "Please stop." And
No more
suddenly,
daddy.
he became ham and scalloped potatoes daddy.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
but that's a good
I
dad
like
too.
a scalloped potato,
It was
honestly. I'll fuck up some
the
potatoes.
greatest comeback in culinary history.
I was just gonna
For our
say,
house.
it's just like round one.
To the point where we've requested it as adults. Now, we went ahead and took some extra time ahead of this episode to poll one Ryan Hartman, finding that 100% of them claimed that Drawn Magic is a lot like moonlighting. It's the will they won't they of the century. It's tension powers the series. The self-same Ryans believe the series won't be as good as if they do it for real. So what do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, if to the extent that that is true, I think that we have executed it perfectly there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We give you a taste.
Just a taste, but then we're back to reality where they're not.
Leave you sobbing.
There goes gravity. Oh, there goes Rabbit.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Yep.
Magic spaghetti. Yeah, so I have 2 more questions. The first being, in real life, you as well as Jasmine have a familial connection to the name Bo, and the addition of a son was a very fun moment.
So cool.
First, did you talk at all about this with Jeremy beforehand? And second, just tell us how in that world Bo came to be. Was this a previous marriage? Was there magic involved?
Interesting.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
I assumed that he was magic. It was a magic thing.
It's simply, that's just how it works.
Yeah.
I think we found him in a cabbage.
Perhaps a peach floating down the river.
Yeah.
Classic.
Cut through bamboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And one day he'll be called back to the moon.
Yeah, I think there's so many cool. There's actually so many cool ways to get to that, because obviously there's a lot of employees in Acquisitions Incorporated that do die. So there is absolute adoption is in there.
Yeah.
Magic is in there. There's a million ways, I think, to tell a cool story about how that happened. So as soon as he was going into it, I was just like, that's like catnip. Like if you are a writer type,
Welcome to the hook.
There's a million ways that could go, and it's like I would hate to go into any detail in case I need to at some point.
It's true. This makes perfect sense. So I guess final question: Jeremy Crawford must be stopped, or Jeremy Crawford must be protected?
Protected. Again, I can't believe that we get to play with these dungeon masters.
You said as much many times.
It's ridiculous.
And I'll say that, like,
I was just watching him tell these stories. I'm like, I get to be here and listen to this.
we could be anywhere in the world right now.
I want to be here.
Yeah, but I'm saying that it's worth noting that this is the 4th day of the series shoot. So if we can extract some real information from the flow of time.
Everyone pretend we were doing this on separate days, but no.
I forgot. But I'm saying
The
I
spirits
forgot.
did it all in 5 days.
Yeah, I bring a different t-shirt and I change into that.
Really? Did we all melt?
Reality. Anyway.
No. But all I'm saying is that so we're pretty far into it now, like 4/5 of the way through. I was completely obliterated and absorbed into that.
Oh, 100%
game.
absorbed. Yeah.
No idea. Wasn't thinking about any material reality at all. And yeah, they're both incredible, and the way that they each use the systems is really interesting to me.
It is, I'm sure, deeply validating to have such a storyteller just make cool things happen to your OCs
Yes, exactly.
on the daily.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happened. It's been incredible.
Do you have any questions for me?
Is that actually wine?
Is that a real mustache?
Would you like me to answer the question?
Yes, of course.
Yes and no. That's all the time we've got on Accounts Playable. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you after the next one.